students have started coming. We'll wait for 1 minute. Good evening, Manoj. Welcome. Preeti, good evening. Divya, Krishna, happy evening. Raj Kumar, welcome, Kanna. Aditya, welcome. Meghna, happy evening. Lavanya, welcome. Vanakkam. Anantharaman Sridhar. Pavitra, welcome. Hope voice clarity is there today. Comfortable, all of you. Thank you, Kannan. Sumita, good evening. Yes, thank you, Divya. Anita, can you please say good evening so that voice clarity we can check it up?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir.
Is it audible, all of you? Voice clarity is there? Monita's voice also good? Mageshwari, Shishtika, good evening. Yes, Divya, thank you, Kanna.
You know what's the best way to be fluent in English? By practicing. Believe me, you can learn all the theory and what's the best way to be fluent in English?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, all of you. It's a time to start. Very good evening to all of you. Again, Premier Academy webinar series. I'd like to introduce my student, Chartered Accountant, practicing Chartered Accountant, CA Manyata from Bangalore. All along, she used to hear my lecture, boring lecture. Now, it is my turn and my privilege. Happy to hear from Manyata's words. Assistant speaker and finance for non-finance. Yeah. So, Manyata. Like to share her experience about her CA journey, and the topic name is Turning Dreams into Reality. Yeah, some network issue. Now it's okay, Manoj. She's going to address for half an hour to 45 minutes. Moneta, yeah.
Good evening to one and all present and who are watching me here today. With this first time coming live with Sir giving me this opportunity, I would first of all like to acknowledge my guru, My sir, CA Hariharan sir, thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity here to be present today amongst so many people across the world. I would also like to acknowledge the Premier Academy that has given me this platform, that through this webinar, I'm able to reach my voice and message to people across the world. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you, Premier Academy. Through this webinar, I would like to share my experience of the journey of CA, how it was, and my dream of becoming a qualified chartered accountant, how I converted that dream into a reality. So there are two components here, if you see, one being intangible, a dream which you desire, you aspire for, and one, the reality, which is tangible, where the five senses of your body can actually experience that. So how will you be able to bridge the gap between this dream and the reality? How will you be able to convert dream into reality is what I would like to share with you all, a few mechanisms, a few techniques that I had adopted in the course of this journey. So I would like to share it with all of you all. Hope this will be useful to all, and I wish that you all too would inculcate this, and you all too will get an opportunity to experience the dream of yours having crystallized into a reality. So since I'm coming again live first time, as I had already stated, I would like to give a brief background about myself. So I have pursued my schooling up to 10th in the ICSE board in Sacred Heart Girls High School, run by the Good Shepherd Sisters. Followed by that, I pursued my 11th and 12th ISC Commerce in St. Joseph's Boys High School, run by the Jesuit priests in Bangalore. And again, I pursued my BCom in St. Joseph's Commerce College, run by the Jesuit fathers. I pursued my MCom correspondence from Karnataka State Open University. So when was it that and after my MCom, I qualified as a chartered accountant, and I am currently practicing as a sole proprietorship under the firm name Manyata Vittal and Co. in Bangalore. So when was it that a dream got originated in me was when I was in my high school days. So my dad being a chartered accountant, I was inspired by his ways of life, his discipline that he carried in his profession. So I too wanted to live a life of that kind. So that aspired me, and that created a dream in me to become a chartered accountant. So it was during my high school days. So there again, when in 9th and 10th, a choice was given whether you would like to choose computers or economics. So since my dream, my objective was clear, I chose economics then because I knew that I wanted to pursue CA. So a dream was created and slowly steps were taken in it. Then when it came to 11th and 12th after my PU, it was during my BCom that I started with my CA curriculum. So what is it that bridges the gap between dream and reality? It is only the 7 letters that help you to bridge. That is nothing but thoughts. THOUGHTS, thoughts. So how these thoughts, how you consciously drive them, how you consciously monitor them, so that those thoughts will turn into your actions, and those actions is what gives you the results. The consequence is what you will be witnessing and seeing. So I will explain through this webinar the few aspects, the few circumstances where my thoughts, I was consciously monitoring and driving them, that led me to witness my dream into a reality. Yes, so various parts where I was being conscious enough and that led me to achieve this is what I will be sharing in the course of the journey when I explain to you all. So I am taking my journey of the CA life, and in between the various experiences that I faced and the various tools and mechanisms that I incorporated during those situations is what helped me see this. So this is what I will be sharing with you all. So it was during my first year BCom that I registered and I cleared my CPT exam. During my second year BCom, I cleared my intermediate IPCC exam. Then during my third year BCom, I registered for articleship with my dad's firm. So during the remaining 2 years of articleship, I finished my MCom as well. And then in May 2018 attempt, I qualified and I cleared my CA exams. So again, during the second year of BCom, when I was attending my coaching classes for IPCC, the schedule was such that for morning 7 to 12 would be our BCom classes. And then from 3 to 8 would be our intermediate IPCC coaching classes. So I would be left with only the between 2 hours, that is between 12 and 3, the 3 hours of gap. So I would come back home and between 1 and 2 again do a read up. And after the coaching classes 8, I come back home by 9. So again by 10 to 12, 2 hours. So that time also I used to utilize. So every day, those 3 hours of effective studies, that helped me, because if you simply leave out on those 3 hours saying, okay, today's I'll do tomorrow's I'll do day after. So then there is no end to it, right? So what I used to do every day of those 3 hours, I used to make use of. So 10 to 12 and 1 to 2, I used to study. So morning 6 o'clock to night 12 o'clock, that would be the schedule. So in between, no hanky-panky, no time pass, no tamasha. So objective was clear, focus was there. So just go, and when you're passionate about doing something, so even if it takes the entire 12 to 14 hours, if you have to invest in it, I don't think you have to feel, restless or tired or exhausted. Even by 12 o'clock in the night, you have the same interest, same passion you end it with. Yes. So that was my second year. And while doing my third years, it went about. Then second and third year of articleship. So I was undergoing office hours of 10 to 5, then MCOM correspondence course studying at home after office hours, and then also pursuing my CA final coaching classes. So 3 things are going simultaneously. So it was the thought that, the drive of the passion that I had to do this, I have to complete this. So throughout the day, I used to do that, and it just used to, I used to enjoy thoroughly doing. Even if I did the same thing 12 hours every day, I wouldn't feel tired doing that. So with all of that consistency in doing what we do every day, I think that helped me reach up to the finals. But again, when I came to finals, it was up to intermediate. It went on very well. First attempt, all got cleared. And again, it came to articleship. There was no much trouble in that. But when it came to finals was the time again when I had to face the tough battle. So first group, it took me 3 attempts, and second group, it took me 4 attempts to clear. So writing attempts after attempts, attempts after attempts, starting the same thing over and over again, over and over again. Yes, I was feeling very dreadful that time. And quite many times in the night, I would cry and sleep, why this is not happening. So there was a trauma going on within inside, physically, emotionally, mentally. So I had to find out a way to, overcome all of these so that I can still again continuously study with the same enthusiasm again. So it was during that course of time when I was attending the final crash course at Shraddha Academy for CA Finals Group 2. So it was then when CA Hariharan sir, I met, and he was my mentor for the costing subject then. So that experience also kind of re-energized me and gave me new spirits that I could do it. Yes, I can do it. So his guidance was also truly very inspiring and motivating us and helped us move forward again. And also a few things which I inculcated during that course was I used to meditate for 10 minutes, just 10 minutes a day, every day, and my physical exercise for 20 minutes. So all put together, just half an hour in a day. So the rest of the, again, 10 to 11 hours was devoted completely to studies. So by meditating, what is the key? Why do we have to do this? Because it is said that when we are silent, when we are calm, our mind, our thoughts that we create, it is in any circumstance. If you see, for example, if you think of someone and you get a call, so you say, look, I was thinking about you and I got your call. So what does that mean? That means things that you think of, those vibrations are released, those vibrations are created in the atmosphere, and that touches the people, and that's how the connectivity is established. Same way, what thoughts you create, you need to crystallize into reality. So what is it that you want to see yourself as? So that thought is established. You need to build in the forces, the vibrations in it. So that will help you make it into a reality. So when you are sitting and meditating, when you're silent in the mind, you keep telling yourself that I am a chartered accountant. I am qualified. So how do you like to see yourself as? Just imagine that and tell yourself about it silently. So automatically those thoughts that you create, vibrations are released into the atmosphere, and those vibration has to come back to you. It has to get crystallized, and that will be nothing but the result of your own thoughts. So that's why it is said, think positive, be positive. That is nothing but you release the positive vibrations. You create those vibrations in the nature. So that has nowhere to go, but it will be an effect and it will be crystallized. Yes. So one more thing. So that is one reason why we meditate, because we are investing all of that time only on releasing positive vibrations. So that is one form. And secondly, by doing physical exercises, what we intend to do is, because throughout the day we are just simply sitting and the work is only given to the mind. The body has no benefit out of it. So by exercising, when you work out, your body and your mind synchronizes together. Your body is healthy. Your mind in turn becomes much more healthier, and you're able to sit for long hours and practice. So the physical energy, the body gives you the strength, the stamina to sit for long hours. So otherwise you start feeling restless, you start feeling patientless. So all of that will reduce the mind concentration. So that is not what we want when we are pursuing our course, right? So be it course or for any other circumstance in that matter, for any other situation for that matter. So we have to, when we do the physical exercises, the body and the mind, the synchronization gets much more stronger. The stamina gets much more built in. So that is the second form why we do, the second reason why we have to do exercises, so that there is synchronization. Then thirdly, what I used to do is I had come across a book by name C.A. Nitin Soni. So in that book, it was titled as the 7 Laws of Clearing CA Finals. So I had felt so low that I had to end up reading this book to find out a little more new ways, so that I feel much more healthy by mind and body to go ahead. So when I came across this book, it said that you write every day on a piece of paper that I am a chartered accountant. CA Manyata LV. So these two things I used to write for 10 times every day before starting off with my studies. So you write, I am a chartered accountant. I am a chartered accountant. So 10 times. Then CA Manyata Lokre. CA Manyata Lokre. 10. Again, what are you doing what is the effect of doing this? So you're again creating much more vibrations in the nature. So when you write, when you see, the five sense organs are nothing but the senses that create thoughts, that create images in your mind through these five sense organs. So when the thoughts are created, they release vibrations, and that is what is the ultimate effect, what you will be. So if you face some bad consequences, that is nothing but the thoughts of the previous times. If you see good consequences, that is nothing but the result of your previous good thoughts. So the good and the bad both are in your own hands at the end of the day. So if you're seeing good, it is the result of your own thoughts. If you're seeing bad, that is also a result of your own thoughts. So what kind of thoughts you generate, what kind of feelings you release, those are the vibrations that are transmitted into the nature and is what comes back to you, and that is the result that you witness and see. So those are the two mechanisms. The third one was, like I said, I am a chartered accountant, and CA Manyata LV. So you put your name there and you write that. So again, you're creating vibrations there. Yes. And fourthly, what I had come across in the book was, it said you make a voice recording. That means from your own voice, you record it in the mobile, whichever subject you're finding difficult, whichever negative thoughts, negative vibrations you are experiencing. So you have to just convert them into positive statements. You may not be feeling positive about it, but you can always say it, right? So you record a voice recording of all your negative emotions, negative thoughts, convert it into positive. For example, if you're finding any subject difficult, like in CF Finals Group 2, ISCA is the subject which is commonly, found to be very tough in scoring and clearing the paper. So you made a recording of ISCA is my favorite subject. I love ISKA. I know all the answers to all the questions of the subject. So you see, I know the answers to all the questions of the subject. So you do this recording, and before you sleep in the night, you listen to this recording and then go off to bed. So again, there is a psychological reason why we do this, because it is said that when we are in our day-to-day activities, in the routine life, it is our subconscious mind, it is a conscious mind, sorry, that drives our thoughts and emotions and our physical activities. But it is when we sleep that the subconscious mind takes over the conscious mind. So when you feed anything, any thoughts that you have, any thoughts that you feed into your mind before you sleep, that subconscious mind is what registers those thoughts. And when you wake up in the morning, that subconscious mind takes the form of the conscious mind, and that starts acting in throughout the day. Yes. So what you feed during the night time, the thoughts that you think. So if you think, oh my God, today was hectic, today was very troublesome. So you're sleeping with negative vibes. So when you wake up in the morning, that negative vibes of subconscious mind that has register, that becomes, that takes the part of the conscious mind in the next day, and even your next day goes for a toss. So you sleep with positive mindset, sleep with positive thoughts, so that what is registered in the subconscious. So next day you start looking at the same subject, you will actually start feeling happy about it. So this is also an experiment that I tried, and the evidence of that having been succeeded is the attempt which I wrote before the one which I qualified. I had lost in ISKA subject by 9 marks. That means for 40, I had got 31. And that same 9 marks fell short for my aggregate. And I had to rewrite all the papers once again. And when the attempt, when I cleared, after inculcating all of these practical exercises, and when I wrote the attempt, ISKA was a subject which I got highest. So psychologically, that also has an impact. So I would like to tell you all, please practice it, because I have witnessed it and I have experienced it. So definitely it'll benefit you all. So what I would like to share with you all to these experiences is, there is something called as thoughts. You have a mind, and mind has a very good power. So it depends on how you use this power. So the power of the mind is very much magnificent. So how y'all inculcate, how y'all use this mind, which is a God's gift to each one of us, is ultimately in your own hands. So they say that destiny is in your hands. The future is in your hands. So what does that mean? The future is nothing but the consequences of your present. And what is it that you do in the present is what matters. So what do you do, how do you do is a result of your thoughts. So how you think, what thoughts you feed into your mind becomes the core, and a bridging tool that will help you to crystallize and view and live your dreams as a reality. Yes. So, so we have to the essence of the thoughts. So what does these thoughts do? They release vibrations. So I would say think positive, be positive. That means you feed in good thoughts, you feed in the correct thoughts, feed in the right thoughts, so that, those become your actions and those become your results. So very soon you will be able to live your dreams, you will be able to witness your dreams. So what you all had aspired for, you all will actually be experiencing it. Yes. So with this, I would like to conclude this webinar. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much to one and all who have patiently heard me. And yes, thank you so much.
Extremely superb, Manyata. I not even aware you will talk this much. Yeah, great, super. There is no wonder how you have become so popular in Bangalore for taking many classes. Good, hats off to you. Like father, like daughter.
Thank
All
you.
credit goes to your father only. Okay, good, extremely super. Any other doubt for students if you want to ask also, you can ask. Tomorrow
Yes.
morning, 10:30 to 11 or 11:15, we are having another program, capital budgeting program, webinar on capital budgeting. Another student, one of my student, chartered accountant, practicing chartered accountant, Adri Bhatt from Mysore is going to talk about capital budgeting. He's a practicing chartered accountant in Mysore. So don't miss the program. Tomorrow morning, 10:30, we are having program. Meantime, if you have any doubts from audience side, you can be the person to ask our morning. Yeah.
Yes. Any doubts? Welcome.
Manoj, Divya, Vidya, Coimbatore Vidya. If you have any doubts,
So it's like in the journey of life, you have to,
they are all
you
in
know,
waiting list. ICA has to announce. They're also going to share their experience in our channel.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So my best wishes, my blessings. Okay. Wish you all the very best, Bonita. Okay.
Thank you
All
so
of you.
much. Sir. Thank you so
For
much.
all of you. Okay. Tomorrow morning, 10:30, we can meet again. Bye bye, all of you. Yeah. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you, sir.